Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing good. This is Anupama Rani Singh from Commerce Department of Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Bavdhan, Pune. Today, I will explain a topic from chapter 1, that is Principles of Management, and my topic is Nature of Principles of Management. I will be explaining you the concepts mentioned below, that is the meaning of management, definition, meaning of principles and nature of principles. So let's begin with meaning of management. Now, management is what? Management is a very popular term and it has been used extensively for all types of activities. Now, the individual or group of individuals that accept responsibilities to run an organization. Management means planning, organizing, directing and controlling all the essential activities. And the management is universal and it applies everywhere in the world to do various activities. Management is required in all kinds of organization, whether big or small, profit, non-profit, whether manufacturing computers, handloom, etc. Now all these points explains about management. That management is a popular term because it is used everywhere in the world with the purpose of dealing with people as well as things. Even we also use management in our day-to-day lives. For example, if I say that my father earns a salary of 50,000 per month, but he would not spend all such money at once. Rather, he would keep aside 20,000 out of it and rest will be spent in other household activities like purchasing of groceries, then payment of several bills like electricity bills, phone bills, other expenses, etc. So we do management in our day-to-day lives. But here I am talking about business organization. In a business organization, a manager has to conduct so many activities with the help of its employees. So a manager has to manage a particular task. Management also means that employees accept any responsibility. It also means that manager helps the manager to plan the task for its employees as well as for the organization with the motive of earning profit. A manager also organizes resources like material, machine, etc. required by its employees in order to make any task successful. Now, a manager also give direction to its employees so that employees can work effectively and efficiently to achieve predetermined goals of their organization. Lastly, when we talk about controlling the activities, it means that it is obvious that employees will commit errors. Employees will definitely commit mistakes. So, with the help of these management techniques, a manager controls and rectifies such errors at the right moment at the right place. Now come to the next slide. Here we see the definition. Now let's talk about definition. There are some experts who states the exact meaning of the term management in their own words. Like it is an art of directing and inspiring people according to J.D. Mooney and A.C. Riley. They say that management is an art of directing and inspiring employees to accomplish some organizational goals. They also says that management is an art of guiding and motivating people. It directs and inspires employees to achieve the goals. It means manager not only give guidance or valuable direction to its employees, but it's the responsibility of a manager to motivate and inspire its employees to give their best out of them to achieve organizational or business goals. Now, according to Mary Parker, management is an art of getting things done through others. It means if a manager is well acquainted with the principles, then he becomes more wise, he becomes more smart to get the work done through his employees. And it also shows a good quality of a leader as well. And lastly, according to Henry Fayol, management means to forecast. Now, forecast means to predict about future happenings. So, based on the future events, future happenings, a manager can be able to plan, organize, command, coordinate other activities of the organization, and also a manager can control at the right moment. Now, nextly, we will see what are principles of management, what actually principles are. Now, principle means management is a dynamic force. Now, management is dynamic means it is always changing, it is always progressing constantly. Principles are very dynamic and they assist the business to run smoothly, efficiently, and with good amount of profit. Managing well requires a good knowledge of principle and practice of management. Efficient management is must for modern organization. It means if an organization wants to grow, then they need to be well versed with these principles of management. If there is a good reputation of organization, obviously profit will be more. So management principles plays a vital role in managing business organization in an efficient manner. Now let's have a look on meaning of principles of management. Now these are the laws or rules that govern a manager. It means they help the manager to conduct a business. So principles always help assist a manager to conduct its business. Then achieving goals of an individual, it is always important to use different systems. Then these techniques are accepted universally. It means these principles are accepted globally by all over the world. These are accepted universally. Then fourth point says techniques or system which give one directional result are called as principles. These principles are universal and applicable everywhere. It means these principles can be applied in all kinds of situations, in all kinds of business organization, whether the organizations are small, medium or large scale organizations. Now these principles also provide guideline to managers to conduct all the organizational activities on specific basis. It helps the manager to take effective decisions. Also, due to the basis of principle, managers need not to work on trial error basis. Now, all these points, what does it mean about principles? Now, these principles help the manager to become more competent and capable to take effective decisions and which help the organization to accomplish its goals effectively. If principles help the manager to go in proper direction by using proper system or techniques, then there will be less possibilities for a manager to work on a trial error basis. Now, for example, we take cricket match. We see that cricket match is already designed, the total play is already designed, and the responsibilities are always allocated to all the players according to their capabilities, according to their potentials. So, these principles help the manager to handle, to look after, to conduct all the activities effectively and efficiently. Now, let's have a look on nature of principles. Now, principles are actually of what kind? What is their nature? How, when, and where they need to be used? We will discuss about these points. Now, first is universal application. Universal means which are used everywhere in the world, which are used globally, or which exist everywhere. Now, these principles are universal and these can be applied to all organizations. The second point says their results may be different, but these principles can be modified as per the situations in any kind of organization. And the third one says similarly they are applicable to all levels of management. Now it means that these principles are so universally accepted that they can be applied to any of the organizations. Now organization can be of any size, like it can be a small scale organization, it can be a medium scale, or it can be a large scale. So these principles can be effectively modified and applied as per the situation. Now come to the next point. The next nature explains about formed by practice and experiments. Now these principles are formed, or these principles are developed slowly, gradually over many years with the thorough research work. The systematic observations and experiments are conducted on a small as well as large scale. Now these results of experiments have been developed after practicing in organizations. Means as soon as these principles are developed, they were first practiced in the organization, in various organizations, just to see the results of these principles. Now, the third point says about flexibility. Now, flexibility means which is very easy or which is very convenient. Now, these principles are very flexible, these are very easy, they can be easily modified or changed as per the situation. Whatever the situation demand, these principles can be easily changed and applied. Now, every business involves risk. There are chances of unusual situation. We all know that future is uncertain. There are possibilities of risk. So, these principles can be applied to any kind of situation and with ease. The business situation keep on changing. The business will be changing. Managers can be flexible with implementing principles. Now, even managers will feel easy, they will feel convenient to use these principles or to implement these principles as per the requirement. Now come to the fourth one, behavioral in nature. These principles are behavioral in nature. Management is always applied on a group activity. Management aims at certain goals, achieving certain goals through a group of human beings. It means management is always applied on a group. These principles are designed to influence human beings. These principles control a group of persons. It means, for example, a manager has to give a task to its employees regarding making a new software. So this is an example. In that case, the principle will be applied to deal with capabilities, potential of its employees, to see whether in how much time they would be able to create that software. All demands will be fulfilled by applying these principles of management. These principles help the employees to complete a particular task in a particular time with effectiveness, with convenience, and it also creates confidence in the minds of employees to achieve organizational goals. Come to the fifth point. Here we see cause and effect relationship. There is always principles are based for taking decisions. Means before taking decisions, principles need to be applied. These principles actually determine, these principles decide the cause and effect for a particular effect. Now we have given some kind of instance. Now, before taking any decision, this principle need to be applied in that situation. All the principles determined every effect. It means that behind every effect there is a cause. Now, if I give an example that if good salaries or wages or incentives are given to the employees, or good working condition is given to the employees, then they will surely enhance their productivity and it helps themselves as well as the organization to grow fast. Come to the sixth point. All the principles are of equal importance. The management principles are all very important. They are to be practiced simultaneously. They are to be practiced side by side to achieve the business goals. These principles are not definite. These are not absolute like pure science, chemistry, or mathematics. These need to be practiced every day in organization. When we talk about chemistry or mathematics, like we take an example of mathematics. In maths, we need to apply a particular formula to get or to achieve a desired result. We cannot change the formula. We have to use that formula as it is. But when we have to use, when we want to use these principles, as per the situation, we can easily modify these principles. These principles can be easily accepted and applied as per the situation demand. And they are helpful in achieving organizational goals. And with some modifications, the organization needs to apply the principle of management. So, principles need some kind of changes. But when we talk about chemistry or maths, or we can't say like pure science, they can't be modified, but principles can be modified. So, in next session, I will be teaching you about the 14 principles of management which have been used in business organization. Till then, thanks for watching. Thank you so much.